Well, if it isn't Twitch chat, come crawling back to watch a live dinosaur dig here at twitch.tv/paleontologizing. It's good to have you here, everybody. Welcome back. We are back at the Purple Puzzle site today. We're going to be hopefully jacketing part of our new duckbill dinosaur. Should be a fun stream, so I'm glad you're here. Pull up our chat here real quick. See who we got. Excellent. Look who it is, says Racodactylus. Yes, indeed. How are you, Reiko? Howdy, howdy. Seems less rainy today. Yeah, hopefully. Blue skies, big fluffy clouds. Kind of little fluffy clouds, actually. With any luck, we might get a whole day's worth of work done today. So, yeah, I'm excited to share this with you. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. I work on dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are what I study, what I publish on in scientific journals. Dinosaurs are what I dig up during the summers, and it's summertime right here in southern Wyoming. I'm here with a crew of paleontologists and volunteers. We're digging up what we think is probably a brand new species of duck-billed dinosaur. Here on the late Cretaceous Almond Formation, rocks about 73 million years old, Campanian-Maastrichtian boundary. We're excited. We're always excited. Such a privilege to be out here in the field in the first place. But yeah, there's a lot of work to be done today, so buckle in, everyone. Yeah, and medium fluffy clouds. There you go, Roaring Studios. Welcome. Yeah, and F. Tippin, I am not sure if that's the case. We have seen some mice around here, though. There's one who likes to hang out next to our jacket. So yeah, it could be the case. Yeah, good stuff. But they'll also be apprised that there is also a Green River, Utah, along with a Green River, Wyoming. They're different towns, but they're both along the Green River. It flows through both states. Yeah, we're out here kind of near the town of Green River, but kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Trying to keep our location relatively hush-hush because we don't want to have to deal with fossil poachers or anything like that. But, yeah, we're collecting these fossils. I think this specimen might actually be going to Pittsburgh, to the Carnegie Museum. But everything that we collect out here on Bureau of Land Management land is to be held in the public trust in perpetuity. So these fossils, they belong in a museum, as the saying goes. And, yeah, we're trying to get this one ready to bring back to a museum either this summer or next summer. We'll see. But here on the crew today, we've got, in order of appearance, Eric from Pennsylvania.
Hello.
We've got Luke up there from Colorado. We've got Nick here from Pennsylvania too. And we've got Quinlan, who's going back to New York.
Yeah.
Oh, Quinn.
Yeah, sad day.
We're gonna miss you, man.
Sad day.
So, anyway, but we've got him for one last day here, and looks like we make it a whole day's worth of work.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's holding up so far. We've been lucky.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff. Gary and Kellis says wrestler intros. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, I've been working on this trench here for much of this morning. This ready so that we can put a top jacket over it this afternoon. That would be fantastic. So, yeah, you'll all get to see live whether or not that happens.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Although we've had a complication here. Luke, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we were honestly nearing completion of our trench here until in this layer, Quinn pulled out a little ossified tendon that we had kept in one of these little gypsonas. And underneath it, a couple shale layers down, there's what seems to be a good amount of possibly articulated gar material. So, and it's a pretty good sized one, and it's right in our trench that we have to get through.
Shoot.
So we're gonna have to come up with a little change of plans here, because it's a pretty sweet fossil, and there's a lot of gar material here.
You don't want to lose that.
Yeah, we want to collect that for sure. But as you can see here, it's sticking right in between our big fossil block and our big rock wall of the quarry. So
we can't just dig straight through it. We got to figure something out.
We got to figure something out here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to expand the dimensions of our quarry, definitely. which we were going to do anyway. However, this just changes our plan a little bit of putting a cap on this thing. We're probably going to have to tarp this while we cap this.
Yeah, that'd work.
And then leave it tarped while we expose more overburden. I think.
I can see that working.
So that we can get...
Do we have enough glue? Well, I guess Ethan brought some more, so
we should have enough glue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I poured some glue all over this thing.
Nice. Let's go take a closer look, actually.
Yeah. With the glue, actually, it does highlight some of the scales here.
Yeah, nice.
You know, special.
Shoot,
Just
those
this
do
whole
look
thing.
like they. Do they look articulated to you? You're closer than I am.
Somewhat. It does kind of look like it's got that chainmail. It looks like some of them are kind of fractured, so it's a little hard to tell. But there are other little things in here that kind of look like fish bones and stuff. I mean, I'm by no means a fish expert.
Yeah.
But it does look like there's a good amount of gar here. So cool. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. You know?
Yeah. And it then did says Garden of Ethan. Oh. Ethan doesn't know about this fish yet. Yeah. And well, you know what he doesn't know can't hurt him.
That's right. Yeah. Maybe what fish? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
right?
I just see a fish here. You know, just doing some trenching.
Yeah. It's just a trench, bro.
No, we're going to very carefully collect that gar. Every specimen we find out here is important. Everything tells a story about what this ancient environment was like. So even if it does slow us down,
it's okay.
Yeah, we were hoping to be able to celebrate tonight after we get a cap on this and we feel like it's safe, but that... We'll see. I don't know. We might be staying late tonight to get that done as a result.
I mean, we're staying late anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. Let's see who else is here in the chat. Any other questions? And Starma 006, we do actually have some trail cams at a different one of our sites that the BLM put up for us, which is nice. So I don't know if anybody does decide to go try anything funny, we'll be able to catch them on camera, I guess. But not here. Here is much more remote. That one's closer to civilization. Here we're way up at the top of a hill and in a pretty spot. So, yeah, I don't know. Should be okay. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah. We will put a tarp over it just to help protect the site, but and I'm sure we'll do that over if we have to let it sit over winter as well. Bury it in dirt, and yeah, we'll try and do a good job of that. We've got of matrix that we've been putting in one spot, so we might just do a bucket brigade and then fill this hole in after it's tarped over and everything. Dig another hole and throw it on top. But yeah, it's nice that we're in a position where we're at it, you know, right now. If we get this thing capped, we could be done at this site in a couple days, potentially, if things go well and we get good weather, uninterrupted work time. We shall see. Yeah. But there's always a chance, like, as we're working on that, we end up finding more bones. Like, it could be a foot could be down here under this. We could have a skull under there. We don't know yet. But so far, this is the extent of the bone bed here. And then there were all of those fragments going down into the ravine. Many of which have already been collected, but surely there's more down there. Oh, by the way, speaking of down there, there's a little white cylinder halfway down the ravine. We were looking for a roll of toilet paper earlier.
Oh.
Is that it down there? You see it, Eric?
Yeah, I think that's the toilet paper.
That's the toilet paper right there. Trying to escape.
Gosh darn it.
Dang, darn it. Somebody want to go get that? Yeah. I would, but I think I might lose signal if I were to do that. I didn't bring the satellite dish stand. Yeah. But that's probably it. That might solve that mystery. But that's it? All right, nice. Well, mystery solved.
That's been chewed up.
Oh boy, did the pack rats get to it?
I think so.
Wow. It might still be usable. I don't know. Can you get hantavirus from using toilet paper chewed on by a mouse?
You know, I don't know the answer to that question.
We might have to run a little experiment here. You guys want to be in a epidemiology textbook someday?
Want to be in the Darwin Awards?
Oh, there you go.
Nice. All right. Yeah, it did get
Thanks,
chewed.
Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
No problem.
You're doing a good job,
You're
Eric.
doing a good job.
Thank you. So are you guys.
Thanks.
Can you get a raise?
Yeah, can I get a raise?
No, let's not get crazy here, okay?
We're like a family at this company, you know, and it's selfish to ask for, you know, for more than you get, you know.
That being said, can you stay overtime? I need you to work extra hours.
Negative on hantavirus, positive on black plague. There you go.
We're both good.
Had them both. Fine.
Yeah.
3 stars, I guess. Yeah. What are you working on over there, Quinn?
I am on a bottom layer for our first bone that we have collected.
Nice. Our first. Yeah. So that'll be PP251. No, PP252. I think Ethan said was the big one.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah.
PP25, purple puzzle.
Yeah. Purple puzz. Purple. Puzz. Oh, we'll have to ask you for a music recommendation later, Quinn.
Ooh, yeah.
Final one.
That is true. I think of one off the top of the head. I don't know.
We'll come back. Possibly a caudal chevron. Could be a huge piece of ossified tendon. Could be something related to a rib or a neural spine. But whatever it is, we'll be able to unpack it in the lab. And yeah, Nick might be working on this if it ends up going to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So yeah. Nicely done.
Thanks, you.
Yeah. So yeah. And F. Tippin says that's going to be a bear to flip. This? Yeah. Oh yeah. For certain. But the good thing is we're up here on a hill. And so we can maybe let gravity work for us. If we end up excavating a huge hole right here, kind of undermine it until it just kind of goes. It's possible. Yeah. But we very well might need a helicopter to get there. Maybe next year. So that's at least our working plan at the moment, is we'll need some air support. But we'll see. Yeah. Good stuff. And there goes. Wait, what? Flip jacket? There's like ASCII art. How did you do that, Golganek? That's super cool. Oh, neat. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. And Auroran Studio says a bear is the least of your worries out here. I don't think a bear would want to be out here. There's nothing to eat. It's hot. It's windy. It's dry. Yeah.
We got chupacabras out here.
Chupacabra. How many have you seen so far this season, Luke?
Fortunately, only 0.
You didn't see the one last night?
No. You missed me. I think he came in Quinn's tent, though.
That's what's been biting Quinn. Getting chooped.
Yep. The choop.
Darn.
Choop bench.
Yeah. And Mike Cabbage 00 says, hey, I just got here. Just want to say this is an incredible usage of Twitch. Amazing idea. Thank you. Yeah. This is my 3rd or 4th summer streaming from the field. So, yeah, trying to show you what it's like to actually do paleontological fieldwork firsthand. So, you know, you see it in the movies, you see it in video games and stuff, but that's not like it is for real. This is how it's really done. Bill dinosaur here, huge animal. Size of the femur. We think that's the femur. So that white thing sticking up might be the femoral head or next to it. We've got the shaft of the femur going along here until about maybe like this. So that is a long thigh bone right there. This thing is huge. This could be like a Tyrannosaurus-sized animal, but it's a duckbill dinosaur, a hadrosaur, and we can tell that from a few of the different elements we've found so far. That skeleton looks something like that. This is Gripposaurus here. Our dinosaur might be pretty similar, but it's most likely a new species, just given that we don't have any hadrosaurs named from the Almond Formation yet from this particular time and place. Odds are very good that this thing's going to be new. It looks something like this in life. There's two of them right there. So, yeah, important stuff.
Wait, what?
What do you got? Oh boy.
Looks cruddy though. Super cruddy. Right? Weird thick layer of mud.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that sure is bone.
Shoot. Can I take a look?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It looks real riveted.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, trabecular texture in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh god.
I know.
You're in
so right.
much trouble.
No, it's fine. I know. It's gonna be alright.
It's all concreted. Ugh.
It's not the
This-
prettiest bone.
It's certainly not actually. In fact, part of me almost wonders whether it is actually. I mean, look.
I know,
closely at
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Not like it doesn't have the actual bone texture. I think it's just like mud that.
I'm not 100% convinced it is bone. Is that?
I think it maybe at one. Yeah, because like look at that. You know. That does.
We
look
should
like
get my
bone.
hand lens. Where is that?
If you look at that piece too.
There. Hand lens in here. Let's take a really close look. Here. Here, I got my hand lens in here. One hand. But man, if that were the skull. Skulls do often have weird internal texture.
Yeah.
They're often more dense. Yeah. Sorry, that's a whole ordeal to get out.
No, it's okay. Oh man.
More dinosaur bone.
Can you believe it? Don't we have enough dinosaur?
Getting greedy over here. Yeah.
See it come popping out into here.
Oh man, it's just so bad.
It's good.
It's good.
Oh, this is
really
great.
good.
This is fine.
It's
This is
fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
New jacket to helicopter out of here. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This looks big too.
I don't know what.
Plunging in, and then it's like also there's a piece of it right here.
Yeah.
It's like maybe connected through going under here. I don't know what this is, but
Mooncloud says, is there such a thing as enough or too much dinosaur? I mean, when you're out in the field, it's certainly possible.
We get to the points of these excavations where we really get a plan in place, right? And
Yeah.
obviously we're okay with changing plans whenever stuff happens. But it sucks when you're like, you can feel the finish line about to be there, right? And you're like, all right, it's happening.
Uh-huh.
And then something just pops up like this. And, it's okay. It's part of the whole process, but
Let's hope it's an important bone. I mean,
Yeah.
shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
let's back up at least.
Yeah.
if you want to puzzle that back, I put it
Mm-hmm.
it should fit together.
And, we do actually have a few bits and pieces of theropods so far. We've got a few teeth. Somebody was asking if we have any meat eaters. A few tantalizing hints. We've got some teeth, and we've got a potential like theropod claw from just around the corner. But yeah, for the most part, just got a lot of duckbills. We've got a ceratopsy, and we've got an ankylosaur, and we've got a lot of fossil fish and turtles and stuff like that. So for the theropods, the meat eaters, they're rare. Yeah. Shoot, so what's our plan now that we've got something there? We let Quinn poke around there for a while. He's gonna need some glue.
Yep, Gwyn is gonna
Gwyn.
glue that up. Puzzle, and here, let me just do
Get this man so purple. Get it? Terrible. I'm sorry.
Aurora Studios this is pretty cheap compared to other professions? Absolutely. Shoot. I've been on field crews before. We've gone digging for like 2 months, brought back like a dozen different dinosaurs for like less than $1,000. We've got a big crew here with a lot of people. That crew that I was on, less than $1,000. That was like 4 people for the whole summer. This, we've got 20-something people in camp, so that requires a lot of food, a rental truck, and then, yeah, since we don't have our own vehicle provided by a museum, we have to like also rent a big hauling truck, like a U-Haul. And, you know, these things add up.
Well, fortunately with this bone, I think we can just kind of leave it for now while we work on this other thing. It's really just that guard. Trying to in the way now.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know, it feels weird to like get as close to that and then tarp it. Because then I feel like there might just be a like hole in the jacket, so to speak. Which I'm not crazy about.
How about we just cover that up today and then get to work jacketing this?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It would just be kind of... It's just going to be weird. I mean, I guess it would be okay, right? Because we're just putting a protective cap on it. This isn't like a, you know, final... We're flipping this thing and we got to collect it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to require a ton of reinforcement too. We're going to need rebar. We're going to need 2x4s at least.
Right.
We just want to make sure that it doesn't get damaged while it's out here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I wonder if we just...
I think put a tarp over it or something.
Pump that full of glue, let it dry.
Yep.
Tarp it, maybe put a gypsona.
There.
For the tarp. Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Shit. Oh my god. Oh man. The keystone piece. Oh man. Oh. Okay.
Not even halfway through though.
The plan survives then. Alright. Nick's almost done over here.
Nice. It's a good looking trench.
This trench looks
nice
amazing.
little slot canyon here.
I love it.
This is taking forever.
I know.
They call inch trench.
Blast this with glue.
Yeah. We've got enough now. Don't be stingy.
How far are you back here? This is looking sticky. If you can
I need to get that hump
get
down.
this hump.
Maybe it matches this.
Yeah, then I think that might be okay for now. It's gonna be tight.
Yep.
As much as you can get through here. I know we got kind of backed up there with the car and stuff, but yeah. I'm just gonna keep going.
I think one thing I can do one-handed, I might just knock this out so we turn this into a drainage ditch.
I love that.
So we don't get water pooling here.
Yeah.
Let me take care of that real quick. Can I borrow your cool new pick, Luke?
Absolutely.
Man, I gotta get one of these. The first time I've ever used one. But I've got this on the Amazon wish list, if anybody's feeling super generous. Yeah. Here. Yeah? It'd be lovely, Quinn. So one thing that we got to think about, chat, when we're digging out here is that, you know, we get thunderstorms, we get, you know, sporadic but very, very generous rain sometimes. And if you don't dig drainage ditches, your quarry can flood, potentially. We don't want that. Jim's told me horror stories about going out to sites in the Morrison. He, you know, state paleontologist, he's sometimes got to go out and visit other people's crews, visit their sites. Told me about going to a Camptosaurus quarry where they'd had a ton of rain while the crew wasn't there. And there's a bunch of jackets in the bottom of a hole. and you could just barely see them under like 5 feet of water. It's like a murky morass. And yeah, he's like, they prepped out pretty well in the lab, but man, that you do not want to see that. You do not want your dinosaur submerged at any point. It's not ideal. So drainage ditches are one of those things people forget about, but they're very important. I'm not left-handed, so this looks really awkward, and it feels very awkward. Let me set this down for a second. Do some actual digging here.
Yep. It's really tricky. It's really selfish of that gar.
So selfish.
And,
Shellfish.
be a team player, Gar.
Yeah.
Inconsiderate.
He might have died first.
That is true.
That stepped down. He did that, though. The hadrosaur took it with him. Took him with him. Just rolled over on the gar as he's floating.
There we go, yeah. Maybe it was a Romeo and Juliet situation, you know? They were species-crossed lovers.
That's true. I like that.
Yeah. It's nature paper right there.
Forbidden love.
Hadrosaur and Gar.
It's like a fire movie.
Gario, Gario, wherefore art thou, Gario?
My side story.
The dogs and the ducks. Hated each other for a while.
Until. Sure, that's a relationship we didn't yet see in nature.
Gario and Gripenet.
What's that?
Gario and Gripenet. That sucks.
Yeah, well, we're, you know, workshopping it.
Yeah, it's alright.
Try out new material on the road. You know.
We're getting close here.
With this.
You can get that out.
Yeah. Let's hope there's another gar under there.
Let's hope so, right? Let's get it. Yeah, maybe Melvin's hanging out.
Oh, Melvin, where you at?
Melvin! Melvin hasn't been here yet, so.
Maybe he'll make an appearance.
Not in the trench.
No, no. Let's find him in the lab underneath.
Yeah, I would love
That would be nice.
The Enconosaur site, multi-tax bone bed.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one too.
Man, just multi-taxable beds all over the place.
Auroran Studios says, do you folks use exoskeletons to help with transporting fossils? You mean like in the movie Aliens?
Yeah. Over there,
Yeah.
across the hill. Running a little low on tree fuel. So, you know, we'll see if we get it up and running again. That would be cool though.
I think we need to go pick up some bugs in town too.
I'm seeing videos of people using those. They look awesome at night. It's kind of defeating the purpose of a hike.
Oh, exoskeleton. We don't even have toilet paper at this.
That's hilarious. I think Ethan forgot to pick up the power converter.
It's got to run into Tashi Station real quick.
be cool.
What would be almost cooler is like getting some of those creepy robot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine just like sitting under some sagebrush with a pina colada and just watch that thing like walking up the hill with 5 bags of plaster on it.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man. That would creep me out.
Put it on the wish list, Danny.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get in touch with Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
See if they'll send us a sample. Yeah. Oh, Hershey Kisses says, ask Tren about exoskeletons. His dad used to work on them. Really, really? Like on arthropods or like the machine one? Because we've got plenty of critters flying around with exoskeletons, but they're not much help. In fact, they're kind of the opposite most of the time.
Yeah.
Trent is like a. He does structural engineering stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I miss him already. He left yesterday.
Yeah, we need him back.
Yeah.
What a sweet man.
I think he'll be back tonight or tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he said he was coming back soon.
Nice, okay. Cool beans.
He left his beer here.
Yeah? He's got to come back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be beer when he comes back.
Oh, we can save the box for him. Go for it, yeah. I think I'm done with your pick. Thank you. This thing is, I don't know how I feel about it. It looked like it's very different.
My Christmas gift is.
I think I might prefer my Geopaleo pick, though. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
curmudgeon at this point.
That's okay. I mean, there's nothing like a good old paleo pick, right?
Oh yeah. I was gonna bring mine today and I totally forgot. It's still in my tent. Yeah.
We could have disappeared that gar. Nothing to see here.
Swimming with the fish.
Nice armor.
Real useful there, that armor. Yeah.
There goes Quinn with a nice flip.
Oh, okay, let's get this on cam. I'm just getting it nice.
There we go. Yeah, nice.
Again, we've been out in the desert too long. Nicely done, Quinn. Nicely done.
Nicely done. He's done it. Sweet. Anything, any gar skills? There?
Giant bone.
No. Don't say that. Just kidding.
Generally, my. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, Eric, where'd you put that cylinder that tumbled down to the...
It's in the action packer.
It's in the action.
Nice.
pack. Yeah, so
Gonna go heed nature's call.
I think so.
All right. Good luck, Luke.
Thank you.
Hope everything comes out okay in the end. He doesn't stop going. Yeah. And shoot, I'm in full fieldwork mode where I go once a day in the morning, 7:30 a.m. like clockwork. You know, it's nice. It's a good setup to have. Yeah. Scheduled, exactly, Claire Burr. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So for anybody who might be new here, let me point out some of the bones. There's some over there.
That didn't take long.
But no, it's right here. It looks like a limb bone. So this could be like upper arm bone, minus hip, could be part of an ilium or something like that. You've got assorted other bone that are kind of unidentifiable at this point until we get them back to the lab. That was quick, Luke. Shoot. Was there
Oh, I'm just getting one final look here.
Oh, nice.
Before I
Okay.
depart.
Mhm.
Just something to think about.
There you go. Something to meditate upon while you're.
All right. Yeah, how's it going up here?
Let's see.
Ran into
And Jack's Facts. How are you doing? Welcome to Paleontologizing. Howdy, howdy. Hope your stream was good, doing some science and technology. Dinosaur right now, and you can ask whatever questions you'd like. We've run into some complications on the or there's a big armored garfish under there, right where we were supposed to dig a trench to help out. So that's two that he just pumped full of glue.
Yeah, I think work through that.
So Luke found it too.
I'm just
Nice.
back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, just clean that out. And then-
So we've been slowed down a little bit. We're hoping to get this big block capped today.
Sweet.
Get a
Guys,
plaster and burlap cocoon over the top of it.
good luck.
But we'll see.
I'm gonna take my pick.
Yeah, do you want to bring the gun too?
No, I think I'll be all right for the
All right.
ticks, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, our tick gun.
I'm gonna get upstairs from really quick.
The big old M1 Garand.
My rifle.
All right. Good luck to Luke. Need to go. Go take a. I would say if we were back in civilization, say he's taking a porcelain cruise, but ain't no porcelain. Dirt. Ticks. How many ticks did you guys see here? I wasn't here those days.
One yet, but
Yeah.
I was being careful.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, how's our signal doing right now, everybody? Is it okay? I didn't bring the stand for the. Still getting decent signal here in the quarry, but yeah, it's great. Okay, lovely, good, excellent. It will cut out periodically. It's satellite internet. It's got to go all the way to space and back, but yeah. Mostly good. Yeah, I think that's just by virtue of it being satellite internet. What you got going over there, Nick?
What's going on?
Oh, you're just continuing the trench?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
worst part.
Yeah, that's tricky
This-
right there. I'm glad you got that glove.
Yeah, my
I
fingers
was
are
busting my knuckles on
banged
that
up.
one earlier. Yeah, so this morning we had rock going at what, like all the way down to there, going up there. Nick was helping. We're trying to separate this block from this block, but we very well might need a helicopter for this one and this one too.
We could do this one.
Yeah, we might be able to carry this down by hand, but that would be an awful lot of work. And if that, we could very well have this. Could even have a skull under here potentially. That's what we're. Skull bits down there. Hopefully, we've got more of a skull here, just kind of broken apart. We'll see.
You're thirsty, little guy.
Yeah. Anywho. Converter says, do you have any idea approximately how the dinosaur is positioned? It's all folded up, yeah. So we do think we've got a femur right here, going from Nick's right hand there, yeah, down to about here. This would be the knee, and then if this bone... Hat is kind of pointing to him right there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Lovely ossified tendons.
Yeah, we've got some ossified tendons, so maybe arms up there, leg right here, some back vertebrae there, and who knows how much more of this animal is hiding behind that rock wall behind us. We're gonna have to knock that down later. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. And here, did we lose signal? Yeah, I need to bring the stand tomorrow. That was a dumb mistake leaving that. But here, should be coming back hopefully. We got a car coming. We do? Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, it's fine now. Okay, good. Anyway, again, it's satellite internet. It's going to be spotty regardless of what I do. So yeah. Yeah, we good now? Let me know, chat. Yeah. Just a little satellite swap. Okay, gotcha, Claire. Cool. Yeah.
The water's so warm you could make coffee with it.
It's cooler. I've got mine in a hydro flask.
People just love going 5 miles an hour.
Getting put it behind me. Yeah. Yours is probably fine there. Here, gonna hug this bucket. So hopefully the car doesn't see it. Again, we're trying to. What we're trying to do right now is not be super visible to any vehicles driving down there. It's weird. We are out in the middle of nowhere, but there's still maybe once every half hour be a vehicle will drive by on the road down there.
He just sees Luke squatting.
Yeah. What's that boy doing there? Yeah. Anywho, we're trying to keep it relatively secret that there's dinosaurs in this move-in. We don't want to deal with fossil poachers, that kind of thing. We've had some good help from the Bureau of Land Management out here, but they only have very few personnel, and they do their best to try and prevent fossil poaching and that kind of thing, vandalism, but our best defense at this point is really just people not knowing that there's dinosaurs out here. So, which is why I try to be cagey about our location as well. Not saying exactly where we are while we're streaming. I messed with a dinosaur mode. Oh, anyhow. Niffler says, to be fair, Danny hugging the bucket just looks like he had a heavy night. Okay, good. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. We try not to be paranoid about this kind of thing, but...
We're pretty hard to see up here.
Yeah, we are. Like, it's really difficult to actually see the site from the road. And we tend to wear fairly earth-tone clothing out here, Yeah, I mean, look at Eric. He's very well camouflaged here. No predator's gonna pick him out. Yeah.
A little bit of the eyeball.
With your giant red water bottle. Yeah. That's a good idea, though. Let me go ahead and drink some water as well. But yeah, let me know if you got any more questions, chat. I know it's Friday. I know Fridays are often pretty slow in terms of viewership and stuff. But those of you who are here, it's a golden opportunity to ask some questions, talk some paleontology. Nice. And Kennedy says, I mean, Wyoming is only slightly bigger than the UK. It's a fraction of the size in terms of population. How many millions of people live in the United Kingdom? And there's like, 600,000. I think it's what, 650?
No, less than 600, I thought.
Oh yeah, was it 560?
580, maybe?
Yeah, 570, something like that. Somebody look up the population of Wyoming. But not very many people here. I feel like the population just about doubles every time Ethan's crew out. Yeah. And let's see here. T Dig says Fossil Friday. Yeah. We've got new fossils here, by the way, Katie. We were digging a trench through there, and then who was it who found the gar? Was that Luke?
Yeah, well, it flipped, and then there was a car directly underneath it.
So that kind of puts the damper on some of our trenching. Being
587,000.
587,000 people in Wyoming. Wow. I guess it's higher now that we're here. But anyway, hope you're doing well, Katie. It's good to see you. We're trying to take care of ourselves out here. Don't worry about us. Yeah. Oh, and Not an Otter says, what is a gar? Oh, let me show you. If I'd really been thinking, I would have made a visual aid of a gar, but they're these cool fishes. They're armored fishes like this, kind of cigar shaped. They've got fins, they've got long pointy mouths with kind of crocodile type teeth inside. They're really neat animals. There's a really big one somebody caught. Yeah, and so these guys have been around since the Jurassic period, if memory serves. And they were really abundant during so we've got fossil gar all over the place here, and they're really easy to identify because they have these wonderful ganoid scales shaped kind of like diamonds, and just like chainmail all over their bodies, or like scale armor, I guess. It's funny, anytime I say chainmail, chatters go, well, it's actually more like scale armor. I mean, you're correct. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be making fun. But yeah, so I try and say scale armor instead of chainmail, because I guess the Twitch audience demographic, sort of people who know and appreciate the difference. But yeah, gar are neat animals. They're very cool. Yeah.
What century of chainmail are you referring to?
Actually, says Baby. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Rose Bitter says, I'm an armor nerd and can confirm we sound like that. Appreciate you. You're a good sport. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. We're just trying to... We do a lot of joking around here, to keep spirits up and,
I think when I want to get, if I ever get rich, I want a full chainmail thing that I could hide in at night. A full knight's armor. That, yeah, like Scooby-Doo, kind of. The ghost ever comes.
Just sleep in a big suit of armor in your mansion. Yeah. At first I thought it was like a paranoid thing, but no, it's just like wow, it means I've really made it. I get to sleep in a suit of armor at night? Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I get to sleep in a race car bed? Yeah.
Pizza for dinner and breakfast?
Come down a little bit as well.
Wow, my mom can't tell me how much ice cream I can
Let's stretch here, and then we should be good to throw some plaster on this thing.
Oh, nights sleep.
Oh, I do.
Oh, womp womp. Night with a K.
I do.
What? Yeah, well, Quinn will be getting a good night's sleep soon because this is our last day with Quinn here today.
Yeah.
He's going to be driving back to Salt Lake and then flying back home to Buffalo, New York. El Buffalo.
Let me speed run through
Bucket, bucket.
Oh my god.
Good catch there, Luke. Good hustle.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, and Lordy says, hey, Danny, I asked one of our mutual friends to tune into your stream. Would you give us a quick rundown of the site? You bet, Lordy. Yeah. Welcome. Any new viewers? My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. This channel is called Paleontologizing. We're out here in southern Wyoming digging up what is probably a new species of duckbill dinosaur. So, we've got a whole bunch of bones.
Just be careful. That sounds...
Whole bunch of bones down here
There's hard sandstone there.
of a hadrosaur. So let me give you some background. Here. First, let's talk about this ancient environment. These rocks are about 73 million years old, and back then this environment didn't look like this at all. It looked completely different from what it does today. A lot can change in 73 million years. Back then, North America looked much like this. So there was a big seaway right in the middle of North America that we call the Western Interior Seaway. Split North America in two, and this that red rectangle that I've put there is Wyoming. We're down here in the southern part of the state, basically right on the shore. So this area, which is today about 6,000 feet above sea level, kind of high desert, back then, this was a coastal swamp, right at sea level, like 0 feet elevation practically. And there were these big rivers that would come down off of the Baby Rocky Mountains, and they were deposited down. You had all kinds of cool dinosaurs walking around doing their thing, and the streams and rivers and lakes and swamps, salamanders and all kinds of cool predatory fishes like that gar that we found here. It would have been an environment kind of like present-day Louisiana, or like the Mississippi Delta, that kind of environment. Warm, humid, kind of subtropical, all kinds of different critters, much, much, much different from this. The middle of North America has been pushed up since then, much higher elevation, and that's what's pushed up these hills, caused all of this erosion, and now we can find the fossil remains of these plants and animals that lived in this environment. We call a hadrosaur. So this is a duckbill dinosaur. Here's a skeletal diagram right here. We'll return to that. But here is an artist's impression of what this kind of dinosaur may have looked like. There's two of them right there. They didn't have two heads. There's two animals. We think this is what we're digging up here. Probably could be a saurolophine like this with a flat-ish head, or it could be one of these guys with a huge, ridiculous bony crest on it. We don't know yet. We don't have the skull so far, so we can't tell what kind of duckbill dinosaur it is, but we know it's a member of this family, and this sucker is huge. This is a really, really big animal. We've got several sense for this critter's size, and they're gigantic. So, right here we've got a femur. It starts right up there by Nick's boots. There we go. Thank you, Nick. That's like until here. We think this is about where the knee is, like there. That's like meter long. And we think this is probably the tibia, shin bone going down that way. So we might have an articulated leg here. Just the size of that feet. The proportions are the same as other hadrosaurs. This might be the dinosaur in the almond formation. So it's exciting stuff. This is an important site. We've got some other tantalizing bits and pieces of the environment preserved in here too. We had some fossil leaves, and now we've got a fossil fish in there too, a gar. Kind of similar to like alligator gar that you get in the American South nowadays. Similar, member of the same family. So yeah, pretty exciting. How's that for a quick little site rundown?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks, Luke. Yeah. I was asking chat, but I appreciate your feedback too.
Good.
Yeah. So our goal for today, I might have to stay late to do it, is to put a protective jacket over this limb bones and other bones too. Yeah, like kind of a protective cocoon over the top of it to keep everything from eroding. We've already applied a bunch of glue to these. That's why some of these are kind of shiny. See the sheen right here? There's polyvinyl acetate over these bones. I know they don't look very pretty. They've got this kind of ironstone crud, but this will clean up really. Here we've got a nice limb bone. I still think it's a humerus, an upper arm bone, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so exciting. This is good. Neurospice says this is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, great. Thanks, Danny. You bet, Lord. Anywho, good. So this. Trend. Of the Bureau of Land Management, whose land we're working with here. We're working under their permits. They might have a helicopter that they can lend us next year for getting this thing off of the hill and onto the back of a truck. That's our hope right now. It might take about a year to get the paperwork done for that, but timing might be perfect. Get this thing out maybe toward the beginning of next season. So yeah. Oh, and Neurospice says, it's Alyssa, by the way. Sam, the kids and I are watching. This is great. Wonderful. Alyssa and Sam and kiddos. But pretty cool, right? Yeah, and I'm so glad to be able to share this with everybody. It's such a privilege to show you around. Sort of the point. If you've got any other questions to ask, that's yeah. And El Mando says, betcha. Yeah. Yeah. Any updates from the other sites? You bet. Yeah. And then what else we got? Ankylosaur site, they had a few more bones, including, it sounds too good to be true, but they say they've got a series of articulated vertebrae going into a concretion. Could be a theropod dinosaur, which would be wild. And then, yeah, and then somebody found, I think it was like Logan and Trinidad found what looks like maybe a dinosaur right there next to camp, which would be really awesome. So I think they might be digging in there, doing some test pits. We'll see what that turns into.
Out there, we can tarp that.
Oh, you didn't hear the Ankylosaur site? Sorry. Well,
It's pretty tough.
yeah, at the Ankylosaur site, we might have an articulated theropod or part of it. It sounds too good to be true, but there's some vertebrae going into a concretion apparently. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll finish up soon and we'll be ready to go.
And Roger Kirk says hello from a dark and rainy south coast of England. Well, hello from bright, sunny, hot, dusty Wyoming. Yeah. Thankfully, it's not dark and stormy today. It was for part of yesterday, and that was a real pain.
So much thicker.
Nice. You see Quinn right here. He just flipped. Looking for any trace of bone underneath. So he's going to be removing this rock until he gets what he feels is close enough to the bone underneath, and then he'll be doing he'll be completing this protective cocoon on the underside of it. Right now it's upside down.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that looks like bone.
I don't think it is. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Luke, go ahead. Yeah. Quinn's lap. No, so that is. What was this? It's not the potential.
I think it's another ossified tendon.
Ossified tendon. Okay. Yeah. Pretty cool. Where over the course of their lives, as they mature, they turn to bone. Ossified tendon. It's meant to like stiffen the backbone and make it stronger. See that lattice work on top right there? Yeah, so imagine that your tendon's turning to bone as you age, making you stronger. It's, you know, duckbill dinosaurs and also ceratopsians, the horned dinosaurs, do this. So often at a site where you've got a duckbill or a horned dinosaur, you'll find ossified tendons scattered all over the place because it falls apart after the animal dies. And yeah, you know you're dealing with an ornithischian dinosaur if you have that. Member of the so-called bird-hipped half of the dinosaur family tree, which, confusingly enough, does not include birds. Birds are part of the lizard-hipped group of dinosaurs, the saurischians. So yeah, your Sealy for making that confusing arrangement there.
That's out.
Yeah, way back in the, what, 1880s or something like that? Yeah.
Keep it a real one. Keeping it real. Keeping it real news.
Yeah. Oh, we got Jim in chat. Paleo Jim says big ossified tendon. It is. We're trying to. Yeah, it is huge. Like it's a huge tendon in there. But yeah, again, Jim is us right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, Jim, we love you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're in.
Shouts out to Jim.
Yeah. Utah State paleontologist Jim Kirkland in the chat, everybody. Yeah. But yeah.
It is a little big, okay? All right.
It's fine. You know, we've got plenty of space. And someone was asking if, yeah, Starmy wants to know, are those ossified tendons no longer attached to the spine? Yeah, like I said, the animal falls apart after death, and those ossified tendons kind of scatter. So we've got a bunch of them all over the place. Some of them we bagged up earlier because it would not work making a jacket with them in it. But yeah, I think maybe we felt a little bit guilty about that, so we're trying to carefully jacket them. That's why that jacket's a little oversized, but you know, we're making it work, Jim. We're doing our best. Yeah. Anywho, if anybody's not familiar with Papa Jim, Jim Kirkland is the state paleontologist for the state of Utah. He works for the Department of Natural Resources. He discovered Utahraptor and Gastonia and a whole scad of other dinosaurs. Scad? Can you have a singular scad, or is it always scads? I think it's always scads. He found scads of other dinosaurs too. So, living legend, that man, and he's here in the chat with us. So, pretty cool. I hope you all realize how cool that is. Yeah. Good stuff. And Starman, we don't know where the ossified tendon came from in the skeleton, but yeah. And Jim, you'll be back at 100% soon. I know it. You hang in there and let's focus on healing up. Yeah, we'd love to see you out at Doling's Bowl this year. If if I can do that. I'd be happy to go up to Salt Lake and drive you back. Well, now I've got official status. Yeah.
I'm just gonna make this thing huge.
Let's just make a big jacket out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just gonna make it like this.
Please, that would be hilarious in the prep lab. I'll be like,
The first one they open and it's just the ossified tendon in the very bottom of it.
yeah. Would be like, where'd the bone at?
Fortune inside just.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Got him.
Got it.
Mystic Blue says, "Are you like a supervisor slash?" Forgot my whip at home, but
Yeah, Danny's pretty hard on me. Please, Danny. I didn't mean to break it.
no more water for you. But I don't know why I did an Eastern European accent. But yeah, no, I'm just a member of the crew. You know, I'm standing around with a camera right now, but yeah, if they need me to jump in there, especially to help with the jacketing, which hopefully we'll be able to do soon.
Yep.
It'll be all hands on deck, so you'll see me set the camera down, hopefully point it in the right direction, and then I'll be scurrying around with everybody else, helping make that that protective jacket over the fossil. Yeah.
Actually, I think it won't.
Yeah, good.
I would
But
still like to get this down more.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we gotta get this down more as much as you can.
And
I think I could honestly do a rock hammer in this.
oh, and here we go.
I would still get the rock hammer.
Right now.
Yeah. You know, if you can get chisels in there like you've been doing, I like that. But yeah, gotta get down a little deeper.
Here, Nick, it looks like you've got an admirer in the chat. Game Boy 65 says, "Hi Nick, are you happy I'm here?"
No, I'm not. Go away.
Who is that?
It's my friend Quinn, so.
Nice.
Not this Quinn, but another Quinn.
Different Quinn.
Different Quinn, so.
Yeah,
Hi, Quinn.
wow. Nice. Yeah, we're here. This is hard labor. Yeah. And we to grab some more. Let me hold still, chat, and let me clean you up a little bit. Here, don't fidget. It's just gonna take a second. Here. There we go. Don't fuss. Here. Is that better? Hope it is.
I think that was.
Yeah.
You want to trim a little bit of this off
Oh, hush.
on the yeah, just to trim off some of the weight.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, good
That's
stuff.
Really good depth. Sweet.
So let's see here.
So you get down a couple.
Adam Frost wants to know, what are you working on digging up bones? So believe it or not, Twitch is my full-time job. I do science outreach on Twitch to make my living. So normally I'm back home
Looks fantastic.
in my office streaming, going over the latest scientific papers,
Show up.
talking about fossil news, interviewing other paleontologists remotely over Zoom and stuff like that, and answering your questions. We also do a bunch of like special themed days where we talk all about different aspects of natural history. You know, we'll do a special stream for World Day, or for International Sawfish Day, or for the birthday of Mary Anning, the mother of paleontology. So, yeah. And Thursday Birds Day, yeah, our weekly tradition there, Starry.
Oh, that
Yes,
one.
indeed. Yeah. Anywho.
Shark boy.
Good stuff.
Oh, I thought cookies were dry.
I had this.
They're cookies.
I had the same thing earlier. I thought I bits with cheese to be Nutter Butters. I was so disappointed.
Man, Nutter Butters were infiltrating.
I know, yeah.
It was Corey.
I guess for Eric, you like them, right?
Nutter Butters?
Yeah, you can take them.
Oh.
Peer
don't want
pressure,
'em?
peer pressure, peer
No,
pressure.
I'm not saying take them, just, have a few. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's Fishmas too, Lordy, yeah. It's December 22nd, Discovery of the Coelacanth. Yeah, Marjorie Courtney Latimer. In East London, South Africa. December 22nd, 1938. It's a Fishmas miracle. Yeah. Ash Odinson says, I'm still mildly frustrated that I went as long as I did not knowing that there were bona fide science streams on Twitch. Well, we're working on changing that. We're working on being more visible there and trying to gain attention for stuff on Twitch that's not just video games and just chatting, We've got a number of really cool scientists who stream on this platform. And we might even be, who knows, having a special event at TwitchCon this year to help highlight this. What's really cool is that Twitch, as an has been supportive of science outreach, and looking forward to doing some more cool stuff with the higher ups at Twitch, with Twitch staff, with all of that in the near future. So stay tuned. It's gonna be good, I think. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Ash Odinson says, I love that so much. I love pretty much all the sciences, but I get a lot more out of a stream I can interact with like this, asking questions versus the videos on YouTube and such. Exactly, I started paleontologizing on YouTube back in 2017, and it never really went anywhere. I was doing pre-recorded, edited videos, and I don't know, editing is so time-consuming, and it feels less genuine. It feels more canned, almost artificial. Being able to do live streams like this and interact with chatters live, answer their questions, try and just hang out and talk. It's worth a lot, It's my favorite kind of science outreach is when you can have a heart-to-heart conversation, So I've been tremendously lucky that things have worked out here on Twitch, and it's really is a phenomenal platform for science outreach. I presented on that last year at the big Society of Vertebrate Paleontology conference, talking about paleontological outreach. And I'm hoping to do a follow-up presentation this year. It's going to be in Birmingham in the UK. So I want to give a presentation on doing fieldwork live streams, showing here's the equipment you need, here's various tips and tricks, things to do, things to avoid. But it's not that difficult, If I can do it, I think a lot of other paleontologists can do this. And we need this kind of science outreach more than ever. There's so much misinformation online. I don't know. A crew member who just showed up last night was telling me that he was on a job site the other day, and he asked, where are you going after this? And he says, I'm going to be out on a dinosaur dig. And the guy goes, dinosaurs? Yeah, I don't believe in those. And I don't believe in space. It's all fake. It's shockingly common how, these viewpoints nowadays, and I think it's a huge part of that is the internet. I'm trying to combat that kind of thing, In an age when science funding is being cut in this country, when the current presidential administration is trying to defund not just the education system, but also just sources of information like public radio and public broadcasting and stuff like that. It's really lousy. It's a dark time. And this is my way of trying to push back against that a little bit. Trying to do whatever I can to give people good information. And also to humanize science. It's I think so many people see science as this lofty, arcane, ivory tower kind of enterprise, but no, most science is done by, folks who are not very snooty or elitist, people who might not smell particularly good when they're out digging dinosaurs for a month out in the field. If I can show that to you and make you feel like you're part of it, hopefully that's inspiring. Hopefully that it's not just getting you in the brain, but in the heart too, You can watch us work and not have to smell us, which is it's an added bonus. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Anywho. And Game Boy says, so how do you find dig sites? Surveying or something like fossil in it? So, in fact, actually, Game Boy, let me go down and have Nick explain this to you. I think that'll be even better. Here. Although he might be busy at the moment here. Let's go get a top-down view, and I'll try not to step on these sunglasses.
You can step on
Are those yours, Quinn?
Yeah.
I won't step on them. Yeah. And Nick, we got a question for you from your friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
With it.
How do you find fossils like this in the first place, Nick? Like, do you use some sort of ground-penetrating radar or dowsing rods or
So I have
an
a
oracle stone?
best friend that's an alien, and he tells me where he puts these bones at night.
Cool.
No,
That's how it happens.
so it's you just go out hiking in areas that have Cretaceous rocks exposed or whatever age you're looking for, and you just start walking around your eyes, and eventually you'll find a little piece of bone, and you kind of follow that source like following breadcrumbs. So you might see larger pieces of bones, and eventually they'll accumulate into where you find the source bone. So there is a big source bone that indicates
Or an indicator bone,
to be
there you
found right on top of this site. So after you find that, you just kind of start digging, and very carefully until you expose your first bone, which is over there by Eric.
Yeah.
And then we just keep working our way, trying to figure out the general direction of the flow. And then you eventually come up with this 2-ton rock that we have here.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool. Thanks, Nick.
no problem.
Yeah. Here, I can kind of demonstrate this for chat. Again, I'll try and show things rather than just tell whenever I can. So, where was it? Yeah, let's say that we're out here. We've already done our homework, figured out what age of rocks we're looking for, or we might be able to find some dinosaurs potentially. And so we've, gathered our geological maps, scoped out some areas, looked at satellite images, and now we go to ground truth it. So we're boots on the ground, we're walking around, and we're scouring the ground for any signs of fossil bone. Pieces. Is that bone? No. That's some sandstone, ironstone, crud like that. Keep walking along until you find anything that might look interesting, promising, like that. So it can be kind of tedious, but it's also really exciting because you never know what you're going to find. So walking along like this, and let's see if we can find any bone fragments over here. Could this be? No, there's some lichen on that. There's another rock. Let's continue in this direction. See if we see anything. So you're just looking for bits of bone that have eroded out of the surface and kind of, settled there. And then you follow them uphill to where you might have bone actually going in. You try and find the source. If that makes sense. Lenina, holy cow, thank you for the gift subs. Really appreciate that, Lenina. Phenomenal. Now I know there's some bones up here that we found earlier, so let's scope those out. So just walking along. Might have a good feeling about a particular area. Start picking things up. Does anything look like bone? No, not yet. But, oh, look at this. Well, what do we have here? Got some little bone fragments right there. So you can tell this is bone based on the texture. So if you ever look at modern bones, like an old cow skeleton or something like that, you'll see that there's texture on the inside. All the different bone cells, they've got kind of an interwoven pattern like that. You might have trabecular surface, so yeah, we got a bone fragment here. Let's follow it up. Let's see. Up, up, up. Oh, and here's another one right here. Look at that, more bone, and holy moly, look at this. Big chunk of dinosaur limb bone right here. So, try and show you that characteristic texture. Where's our best spot? That would be right along here. There we go. So you can see there's sort of a porous, spongy texture. There we go, that's perfect, right there on the corner. That is bone texture. And once you find that, you know you're holding a piece of bone. This is a big enough chunk that it has to be from a dinosaur. There's no other animals really during the Mesozoic, except for maybe like big crocs. This is probably not croc bone. This is probably another duckbill dinosaur, I would guess, and this is probably a fragment of tibia or femur, just based on the size of it right here. I've got another piece right here. You could see that spongy texture even better. Yeah, right about there. See that kind of spongy texture there? That is what we call trabecular texture. All the little trabeculae, the bone cells there in the interior of the bone. So this is a chunk from the middle of a bone. It doesn't have that bone surface, but this guy does. It's kind of worn, but this is what we call cortical bone. It's very tightly woven, very strong. It's pretty weathered here, but if this were really fresh, then it would be nice and smooth. Kind of like it is right here. You can still see some of the smoothness right there. Yeah. So anyway, when you're out prospecting, you find fragments of bone, and then you try and find the source. Here, these are just on the surface. This has all been eroded away. There was probably a dinosaur here, like probably a decent chunk of a skeleton here, maybe a few hundred years ago. And these fragments are pretty much all that's left, unfortunately. The hill doesn't really go up much higher than this. We could dig some exploratory pits up here, see if we find anything else, but I don't know. These have been on the surface for a long, long time. You see all that lichen growing on there? This shows that this is not recent erosion. This thing's been sitting there for decades, probably. Lichen is extremely slow growing, and so yeah, this has been here for a long, long time, probably decades, maybe even a century. Who knows? So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, and. But yeah. And Shark Geek, hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome back to Paleontologizing. I hope you had an excellent stream. It's great to have you here. I was just describing how we find these fossils in the field. But yeah, we're out here in the late Cretaceous Almond Formation in southern Wyoming. And we're digging up a duckbill dinosaur here, which we think and hope is going to be a new species. Odds are very, very high that that is the case. So let's see. The boys are discussing here. Looks like we might be jumping into action. Start jacketing this thing. Yeah, and Aleppo says hello, good afternoon. First time catching a stream. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. I do science outreach on stream full time. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist. This is what I do during the summers, and now I get to share it with you through the magic of Twitch, and that's pretty special. All right, we gonna get ready to jack it?
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Checks.
Nice.
That looks great, yeah.
So here, we've got a bunch of bones from a duckbill dinosaur here. Huge animal. We're talking like a bus-sized hadrosaur here. Enormous. And, yeah.
Sweep off some loose stuff here, too. You always want to surface with plaster here, too. Sorry, I'm dirtying your nice holder.
Let's see. Again,
Take it down to the.
Yeah, how much of a skirt do we want to put on this thing?
That's what we were just discussing. Like,
I don't think we need to go crazy on the skirt quite yet, you know? Because I think
we just want to protect the surface at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to trim a lot more off for a flip. So,
oh, yeah.
You know, it's not going to be the most intense plastering, but it'll gonna be a big session.
The most intense so far this season.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And Shark Geek, very cool. You're celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Shark Geek. Birthday? I'm honored.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, holy cow.
Happy birthday.
Excellent.
We love sharks.
We love sharks.
Good stuff. Yeah, and the dig is going really well. Yeah, we're getting ready to top jacket this baby here. And that'll be some peace of mind that we'll have, where we know that this thing will be a little bit safer from the elements.
Yeah. Let's clean this thing up. We wait for pictures.
Yep.
Before we get going here.
Mr. Cooper says, that's crazy, this is live? No, this is pre-recorded here. Yeah.
It's like the moon landing.
Exactly. Except a bit less well-funded.
That is true.
We had an ordeal trying to find our single roll of toilet paper earlier. And we were celebrating once we discovered it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Mr. Audio Propagation says this is the past. Oh yeah, this is as past gets here. 73 million years old. Good stuff. Look at this big old bubble from the glue. Bloop, 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 bloop. Fun. It's like bubble wrap. Someone's biting my leg. And then compared to the Utah Raptor block? Oh, the Utah Raptor block is like 8 times bigger than this.
I love that thing.
Isn't that cool?
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah. This is
pretty cool, though.
This is very cool. Yeah, duckbill dinosaur. But Raptor block is nuts.
Probably like a third the size, maybe?
No.
Or no, or like maybe half the size?
Of the Utah Raptor block?
Yeah.
No, Utah Raptor block's like 6 or 7 times bigger at least, I think. It's huge. It's like,
it is big.
Yeah.
It fits in a garage.
Yeah. They couldn't fit it through the door. Of like one of their facilities. Yeah. And no, Shark Geek, no. The Utah Raptor block is not from, that's in Utah. We're in Wyoming right now. We're digging in rocks about 73 million years old. Utah Raptor block 140, something like that. A little bit younger. So yeah, it's like 60 million years younger than the Utah Raptor block. Right here. Thank you for those. Heck yes. Good stuff. Yeah. So, let's get some rocks for these boys. Luckily, we've got no shortage here. So we're trying to cover this up here so we don't get plaster on the surface of these bones as we start jacketing. Yeah, you pass me that one, Quinn? Nice. Because we're focusing on this block over here right now. Let's get that done. Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge over there.
Yeah, we're gonna get this thing.
Yeah, let's get the. Yeah, I'd like to get the kind of gnarlier spots first, like over here.
Yeah. Like, what's your reach over there? Like, I can get like this far. Yeah, you got that?
Executive Storm says this is so cool. I mean, yeah, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Is that a raindrop?
I did feel a little raindrop.
Yeah, we're
there.
fine.
It's gonna be alright.
Yeah.
Invisible cloud again.
Alright.
Get all these hand tools out of the way.
All right, let me check on the weather real quick, actually.
Yes, that would be great. If you
Yeah. Yeah. Clouds beyond that ridge there. We'd probably have a solid 40 minutes to an hour before they got here. So I think we're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Get the water.
Yeah. Woof. All right. Got our liquid ice. Got our bucket for plaster. We're gonna need to cut some burlap here.
Yeah.
Man, should have put some. Should have Ethan pick up some fabric shears.
No.
It sounds like overkill, but like it's so nice to just cut burlap with those.
That little purple knife that Quinn had earlier is good for cutting burlap. Unless that one works too. Excellent. Let's see.
SSK Very says, "Did you bring enough water for the cap?" We shall see. Hopefully we got enough. We had like 5 of those water bottles. How many of those have we used so far?
We used a lot of them on the turtle.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then
While I was gone.
Yeah. I mean, I can spare some water if we need it, but
Yeah.
I think
So with these guys, different. For this one, I'm just gonna cut the seam off. All the way around as close as possible. But
Mr. Audio
everything else
Propagation
is
says,
still
"Do you ever
good.
use recycled water?" No.
Seems
That stuff's hard to get out here. It's easier just to go into town and get fresh water, which is what we did yesterday. Thank you so much for the gift subs there. Beautiful. Really appreciate that. I know we've got a great big sub goal for this month. Normally I take a pretty significant pay cut when I'm out here in the field. So we're trying to counteract that a little bit.
that big, some big,
Like big squares.
big squares.
But I really appreciate the,
So that'll go a long way.
yeah, I really appreciate the generosity there.
Cool.
Oh, and you were joking there, Mr. Audio Propagation. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So again, out here in the field, paleontologists, we only use the most sophisticated, sophisticated and expensive equipment.
That's okay. Here,
Right here we
all
have
in one motion, kind of. Yeah.
some very fine fabric imported from Paris, actually.
There we go.
See where it folds right here?
Nice. Yeah, so this is... We're not being picky, being like, "Mom, cut the crust off of my peanut butter sandwich." It's just, we just don't want this to... that doesn't...
It doesn't work.
Yeah, this stuff... well. Hammed at the edge. So, it's good to cut that off. Mr. Cooper says, "Is Wyoming nice?"
Going all the way.
What do you think, boys?
Yes and no. We go back and forth.
Diplomatic answer. Yeah.
In general, yes. It is the Wild West out here. I'm kind of into it.
The Tone Rebellion says, "Wow, this new Dune Awakening game trailer looks really good." Talking about the stream. So realistic. The main character is so cool, really rugged looking. Is that Luke there?
I think it's you.
Muad'Dib right here. Or maybe it's Eric. I don't know.
I think they made this perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
The big pieces all are bright.
And is that real burlap, someone asks? Yes, we spared no expense.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Except no imitation.
All right. How much more burlap do we have here?
See
We've got that one over there.
Yes.
We've got that bag.
Oh, and we got another bundle.
Yeah. Very kind of Luke to sacrifice some of his finest clothing for our jacket today.
Cold tonight. It's gonna be cold tonight.
Very nice.
Sweet. Got tons of burlap. All right.
Let me know if you guys need another set of hands. I can set the camera down.
I think we're okay for now.
Yeah.
I think when we start actually.
Oh, yeah,
camping,
absolutely.
we're gonna need you.
Yes. Yeah. You recognize how lucky you are right now witnessing a sacred ritual that we perform. The jacketing of a fossil specimen. This is particularly large.
The double seam here. There you go.
Requires a lot of preparation. Yeah. Hopefully it goes well.
Okay. Very nice.
And thank you, Plockman's Mustard, for the gift sub there. I really appreciate that. We love your product, by the way. Even better mustard bottle.
Oh, I just inhaled so much. Hold on. I didn't sneeze on you. That's good.
Yeah, it does tend to throw up a lot of... Is this cotton fiber? Flax fiber? What's
Really
burlap
not.
made out of?
I'm not sure.
I think it might be flax.
So it's good for my digestive system.
There you go, yeah. Yeah.
Nice hello, kitty.
It's loaded with fiber. Oh yeah, have we seen your tattoo yet, Luke?
No.
We don't have to show that off if you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's
That's
on-
personal.
It's mine. But yeah, we can show that off.
Vexy says, what are you using the burlap for? We're gonna have a fancy ball.
Hey, watch your...
So we're gonna be sewing some gowns out of this. No, so we're soaking this in plaster of Paris, and this is gonna make our protective cocoon, what we call a plaster jacket, over the surface of this fossil bone block here. Think about, it's almost kind of like paper mache, or like an old-timey cast on a broken leg. That's the deal. You'll see. We'll show you step by step how this works.
Are you into these big pieces, Quinn? I'm into one.
I did a couple.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think.
That's gonna use so
mine are
much
more-
plaster.
I know.
This is gonna be great. So I think our priority spot is probably up there on the end, the one facing into the hill.
Mediums, even though these would be
Oh my,
regular.
oh, just under my calf is so itchy. I've got all these sand flea bites just on my sock line. I forgot cream on them this morning, so they're itchy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sew them up a dress. We should go to the fancy ball for rich donors is upstairs down. That sounds great. Yeah. And Jaffoos Lives says, do we know which animal the bones belong to? Duckbill dinosaur. Yeah. One of these guys. We don't know the shape of the skull for this guy yet, but that is undoubtedly the shape of the body. These guys, their postcrania are pretty similar. So, kind of like this. There's two of them right there. Kind of like this guy. This sort of dinosaur, a duckbill, a hadrosaur. We don't know if it's a lambeosaurian or a saurolophine, but some kind of duckbill, some kind of hadrosaur. Figure that out in the lab. Yeah. And Vexy says, is there a reason you're using burlap this time for the jackets? Yes. So earlier you may have seen the gypsonas, which are little kind of medical bandages that come pre-soaked in plaster. It's like gauze with a thin bit of plaster in it. These are for really small jobs. So like this was some bone right here that was about to tumble down. It looked kind of weak, was making me nervous. I hit this with a gypsona. Case it right there, did the same thing there. But for the bigger stuff that requires much more durability, we use burlap soaked in plaster. It's a more involved process, but it makes for a much more solid jacket for a here. Let me grab this before it blows away. Oh no, that's... Am I doing a battery?
Yeah.
Fine, I think. Why? You need to plug your phone in?
Yeah, would you mind?
Let me go check, but I think we're pretty good. I started off at like 100 today.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I think you're good, Quinn. Let me just... see. There's our satellite dish. And let's look at this guy. Mr. Jackery, what are we at? 83%. Yeah, you're good, Quinn. Go nuts.
You have to be on your phone all the time.
No, but I'd like for the car ride.
Well, you can plug it in when we get down there.
That's fair. All right, Eric, let's cut another. Let's just cut this whole. Let's cut this whole sheet out.
Here, I'm gonna drink some more water.
That creek.
Then yapping.
And then I think we'll be ready. If you guys want to start paper towel and stuff, and getting those bags out of the way, as well as the scale bar. Yeah. Yeah, so if there's any areas, Quinn, that you feel like plastic isn't going to adhere to,
All right.
covered and stuff, go ahead and clean them off. And, yeah.
So let me think about this.
I would.
Here.
I think we've
I
got
think I'll grab one of my gear cases. Or maybe just...
Yeah, if you see anything blue, and then we've got a paper towel like this whole.
Stick this over here. Make a nice steady platform for our camera. That should work. Right by the dish, should have good signal.
That's a good question.
There's a bottle right.
There's another right here by my backpack. For the float bags? Yeah, can you label that actually so we don't be confused?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. That's you. Okay, I think we're good on burlap there. Oh man, that's pretty good.
Excellent. I'm gonna put your sunglasses in this bush to make the bush look really cool, and also so your sunglasses don't get stepped on.
Yo, that looks like one chill bush.
I know, right? I'd hang out with that bush.
I heard that bush is one of the best pilots we have.
Those aviators.
He's the one that's gonna flood a helicopter when we get this thing out.
Yeah.
And let's see what this looks like.
Let's carry in the
Pull it up
boats.
on Twitch.
I'm a little nervous on our water
How much we got?
situation. Like, not even.
I thought we had. Well, let's try and at least get one layer on the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think we have enough for that at the very least.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah, I like that idea.
And if we have that, then it's okay.
Here, let's
That's okay.
try and make this a little bit more even. We're at an angle here.
Label this as well, like just little notes.
See if that helps.
Yeah, just surface material. Yeah.
Almond PP 25.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Cool. All right, boyos.
Getting ready to get ready.
Getting ready to get ready.
Sweet.
Here, I can keep this on for now while we're doing our paper toweling.
Do you just do this, Nick?
The glue?
Kitchen roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't paper that towel that one quite
just
yet.
wait a little bit.
Yeah.
It was loose.
I think we're okay. Nick, now that I'm looking at it,
Yeah,
I think we're alright.
sweet.
Good glue.
All right.
So
Our
yeah, guys,
priority is
grab that
probably-
thing of paper towels behind you, and let's start covering up the surface here as best we can.
Our priority is probably that corner up by the rock wall, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do that first, I'm guessing?
Yep.
At least in terms of plastering?
Yeah, if you want to hand me stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a cool bubble.
What a
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah, it's oddly tough, but it's squishy.
Let's be very careful not to knock over that water tub. Water is
we
very
really-
precious today.
We really need all the water we can spare.
Yeah.
Nobody drink any water.
Nope.
Oh man.
Dehydration nation today.
Yeah.
All right. Put this on here.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a scoop
Alright there.
of water.
Yeah, that'd be good. So chat, what I'm doing right now is just applying some water to this. We're just trying to get the paper towel to stick to the surface. We call this our separator. We don't want plaster directly on the bone. So we want to separate that with this. I'm gonna grab a scoop and grab some of my own water real quick.
Good idea.
I'm gonna keep walking back and forth. Long one. Plaster gunk in here. This is hard. Can you help me with this?
Good process.
Before it breaks.
Thank you, sir.
Be ultra careful.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
There we go.
We're just gonna do it like that way.
Got 2 layers in there.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh no. Like, long way? That? Oh, it broke. Sorry.
Yeah.
So when I'm dabbing on the surface like this, that's just trying to get the paper towel to conform to the shape of the rock and the bone. I want to get it as tight as possible so it doesn't come loose. Nice.
That's still too small, but
No, it's okay.
Excellent. This right up here. All right. I got more paper towel. All right. Oh, and here we go. Got ourselves a dirter right here. You know what this is called?
A dirter.
A dirter. Yeah. You know why?
No.
So you put it up to your mouth and you go dir. That's you know Kevin Padian, the paleontologist. I got that from him. There was an episode of the old show Paleo World where he's talking about the thinness of pterosaur bones, and I feel like they didn't give him enough time to prepare. So he's just like, yeah, their bones are so thin, they're like the same dimensions as a dirter.
That is.
And he, like, I'd never heard it anywhere else, but it's become. I played that clip on stream, and people just laughed.
Oh, I see.
So it's a running joke in the channel.
God. I see.
Yeah. And now the dirter emotes are going crazy in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
how you doing?
Yep, you just need 2 layers of paper towels, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we could do any more than that.
Nice.
These always smell like they're burning.
I still some of that too, Luke?
Absolutely. Paper towels, there you go.
set this here. Or here.
Say paper towels are one of the best inventions. Like the God Almighty himself. Is this recent?
Yes, I think. It better be. It shouldn't be bubbling like that if it's from yesterday.
It's not sticky. And my brush back when you're done.
Alright, nice.
Sorry. Good.
Beautiful.
Nice.
It's an interesting technique, Sir Luke.
You like that?
Just wetting the paper towels before you put them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works a little better.
Yeah.
I found. But either way is cool with me. It's not like my opinions on glue.
What are your opinions on
Something
glue?
controversial like that, you know?
Don't discuss glue around the Thanksgiving table with Luke.
Yeah.
It'll get heated.
If I hear the word boot bar, get out of my house. No.
You're a B-72 guy?
I'm a B-72 guy.
Yeah. So I was trained with Vinac.
Yeah, Vinac's cool too. I
Yeah.
like Vinac. Just not into the powder as much.
Yeah, fair.
What? Who said it?
Not in my house.
I'm gonna get mad. Yeah. But yeah.
We had Buvar last year, didn't we?
We did.
No,
It
maybe
sucked.
It's just not as
That
good.
was bad.
You know, it's just not.
I try to be nice. Some Buvar.
I mean, you know, it works, but.
Here, would you be a dear, Eric, and put some water in the scoop for me?
Yep.
If you get a second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job.
Appreciate you.
Do you like paper towel?
I will take some of those. Thank you.
Aleppo says, "You're tearing this family apart." Camera pans over to it.
I wish it was funny. if it weren't so serious, it would be funny.
No, here's a little bit.
Nice, thank you.
We're gonna do one right here.
You know what I also would love if
What are we going
in some of these,
Yeah.
something like that. You dab that with a little water.
Just stuff out of it.
No.
No.
Where's the tape? And then we need another one of those, kind of in that divot there, just that makes like a T with it. Yeah.
You should just get packing peanuts.
Absolutely not. Oh my god.
I see some.
We're gonna train that out of you. More paper towels. Yeah, I need a little more water.
Whole another roll.
Nice. Is there the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got. Oh. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think we have another roll, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I think Nick might have it right here.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Yeah. It's just in case.
Whoops.
Thank you, Eric.
Like Bob Ross paper.
Happy little fossils.
Happy. Just a happy little accidental drawer.
You know Bob Ross streams on Twitch? Well, he's dead, but there's the
Do you need more water? on that?
recordings of his episodes. I think it's like Friday through Sunday every week.
They do
24
everything
hours
with
a day.
him other than put his stuff in a museum.
What's that?
All right.
They do everything with him other than put like his paintings in a museum.
Well, I think all of his paintings literally are in a museum, but I don't know if
They're,
it's
like,
like
in the
on
back.
public display.
Paper towel.
Yeah, they're not for public display. But I don't think he wanted that, so
Yeah.
that was like
He also did at least 2 of every single painting you ever saw on the show.
right.
2 layers, Eric.
I think he did 2 takes each time,
Yeah, that's right.
and they'd use the best one. Nice. That'll do. Thanks, Eric.
Oh, let's get dangerous move in the wind, but it worked out.
All right, we're almost done.
Yep.
Heck yes.
Getting there. Let's make sure none of this blows away.
Yeah, wind's coming.
That's why we
Look for movement.
Now,
Thank you.
single layer.
Just kind of trying to get one of them.
Come on, Wyoming.
It's been windy all day.
Not now.
Yeah, right?
We're still all day until when we need to be messing around with paper towels.
What's up in our shade tent? First day.
Yeah. Oh, over at the
Okay. Danny, that's looking great.
Thank you. Not my first hadrosaur rodeo.
Yep.
do you think more?
Oh, we need a lot more.
Yep. Try not to go too heavy with the balls like that. Like just enough to pat it, but you know, not so much that you're causing a soft spot in there.
Hadro rodeo. Yeah, there you go.
This guy breezy up.
You won there?
Yeah, I'll take a few. Thank you. Dinosaur rodeo. I've been there.
I did kind of like that.
It's a good time.
Dur, dur, dur.
No one's not here.
Yeah.
Okay? The only Gary. That was bad. Can I get one more paper towel? Just one single piece.
Just one square?
One square.
Can we spare a square?
I can spare.
Oh, it's not a square.
I'm gonna go full Marines right here. Just one single square. Have to make do.
The true, the proud.
You went
The
to
one
this
square.
right here.
Heck yes.
I think so. How's that side looking, Danny? Over
It's
there?
good. I think we should start mixing plaster before this has a chance to dry out
Yeah,
and blow
let's
away.
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Quinn, you want to get going on that, or do
Yeah,
you
can you help me with that, Quinn?
No, you're doing
Get you
that.
nice
I
and
can
filthy
do it.
for your flight. Get you nice and filthy for your flight.
Oh yeah. Here's a little more paper towels for this part. Yep.
Yeah.
I can get the plaster going.
And can we spare a square in this economy?
It's tough.
Yeah. Put this right here.
Okay.
All right, you're in the bush right now, chat. But I'll try and check on you every once in a while. But no guarantees. This is this might get
So
intense.
let's shoot for one layer.
Yeah.
All the way across.
Okay. I think we should probably start up here because
Yes.
that'll be our trickiest spot and also highest priority.
Yep.
Take a look at this, Luke, and tell me what you think about coverage right up here on this nose.
Okay.
If we need another piece of paper towel here, or if it's okay to just have the rock stick to the plaster right there. I'm a little nervous about it.
I would
honestly.
put another right
Yeah,
there
okay.
just in case. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me steal that, Rick. Yeah. Thanks.
One of your
If something's blowing, can you please secure it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's just gonna kind of have to just be an egoless vessel here. Okay.
Yep.
Bed sheet.
Yep.
There's gonna be some yelling. There's gonna be some franticness.
Yep.
Don't take it personally.
Let's get around here.
I would love Quinn or Danny for you to be where Eric is on that tricky spot where that burlap is.
Oh, yeah.
Over by the gar.
Okay. You bet.
That's a spicy area.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky.
Yeah. Because the gar's right underneath that burlap. Okay. So you have
Yeah.
to get it. Oh, oh, oh. Let's go. Get that. It's gonna blow away.
Where?
Eric, right here. In the middle.
There we go.
Thank you.
Here. Get some water on that. Tamp it down. Nice.
All right. It's plaster time. Everyone ready?
Yep, just about.
Okay. Let's get these goggles out of the way. That's a hot scoop. We don't want to do that. That was almost tight.
Don't pour it out. Next.
What's a dry paper towel?
Nope, there's plaster in here.
Here, Eric's getting some for you.
Are we doing it like this, Danny?
What's that?
Are we doing it like not covering this piece?
Yeah,
Are we?
I don't know actually.
Shoot.
Luke, are we leaving that piece without paper towel on it?
Like right here?
I don't think there's any bone under there.
But no, I don't either,
here.
but
You could go ahead and drop a few strips down just to be safe.
okay.
Here. All right. Looking good, fellas.
Here,
Who's gonna start mixing?
I got it.
All
I
right,
can
look
help you
good.
pour.
It's okay. I got it for now. I'll let you know if I need if I stick my hands in there and then I need a dry hand.
All right, I'm gonna do this nose first over here, and then I'll move over to where the gar is.
Yeah, that's the area I'm most concerned about.
Cool.
Is over there.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess you just be on duty real quick.
It's just kind of the most intricate.
Yeah.
Need all hands on deck at all times. Do not take your hands off of this.
Yes. Neat, tight, and white.
Tight and white.
Have you got roots sticking up over there, Eric? That makes it tough.
Down here,
Yeah, that sucks. All right.
Without water, it's gonna go fast.
That's pretty soupy.
There's a piece that's starting to flap. Up, up.
Yeah,
Right where your
those
left
two.
hand is. Yeah.
Yeah. The tricky thing is, I think there's roots up there that are
Yeah.
make it really hard to tamp that down. All right, that's a heck of a lot of plastic. This is good.
Sure is.
We need more.
Let's get this off.
Well, ideally for something like this, we'd have a few
There
more
you
people.
go.
Yeah.
Get 2 buckets going at once, but
Mhm.
this is all right.
It's good for just our initial cap. Make do. Still clumpy?
Just a little bit. I think I'm gonna put
Another scoop?
scoop
Yeah.
in there.
I mean, it's just a top jacket, so we don't have to make it super thick. It's not like it's got to cling to the underside.
This will be.
Nice. You want me to help mix?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I got it. Don't take this away from me.
Looks whole life has been building up to this moment.
Spent all day digging up dinosaur bones. Could at least let me have some fun. Yeah. This is a good consistency for what we're working with.
Yeah, I can get it from this side.
Okay, cool.
You can do that, yeah.
I'll be midway through here. Eric, you're
I'm really glad I widened
your
this
long
trench here.
hair arms.
Otherwise, this would be miserable right now.
Yes, thank you. Trent the King. Been in the trenches for days.
We've been in the trenches.
This site is just brutal. It's hard
Does it
out
have more
here.
water in that scoop? Okay.
Danny, how you feeling about this? It's a little thinner than I'd normally make it.
But we've got dry burlap, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was trained with wet burlap, where you need to make the plaster thicker.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think that'll be good.
You're one of those guys.
Oh yeah, Museum of the Rockies alum.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend who worked there, and she's like, "You're not presetting the burlap." I don't understand.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Fun begins now.
Okay. I'm gonna pass it off to Danny first.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's okay. I got them next.
Got it?
Yeah, they're all. I like to put them right next to me, so I don't have to. You don't have to have spare hands. Yeah.
Nice. Good coverage.
There we go.
Take that.
Nick, you want to help him with that?
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna go like this. Up and over. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. So let's tamp it down. We don't want any air pockets. Yep.
Got another piece here coming for you guys. Okay.
We're good over here for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Eric and Quinn.
Take this side. That's the way it.
Let me know if you need an extra pair of hands.
Let's get it extra to the corner. There you go.
You need more goop?
Oh, I mean, goop is later. That's when it thickens up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not for a while.
Control groups.
Probably won't even have any. This this batch.
Alright, we're looking good so far.
Sweet.
It's going well.
Okay, you guys ready for another? Who wants it? Yep. Go ahead and take it.
Yep. Here, let's put it over the middle here, under the over this bare patch. There we go.
There we go.
Like that.
That
Is that
down.
far down enough? Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
and then
good.
Quinn help him with
A
that
little bit
corner.
overlap. In fact, we could even scooch it a little bit that way. No, you're not supposed to lift it.
Yep. Don't worry about the paper towels.
Yeah.
Get on this.
All right. Nice.
And that trench.
All right. Pushing into all the little nooks and crannies.
Oh yeah. I love a good
She's ready for another.
We should get one right here on this part.
Okay.
All right. Grab that corner there. There we go. And so we're going to put it like this, and like that, and we'll slide it this way.
Yeah, let's get this
There you
edge
go.
covered.
Yeah?
A little bit more.
One more slack.
Good.
You good?
That's perfect.
Okay, nice. I'm good. I can use some of the slack.
I think this might be
Specking up this nose here.
might be the last piece here coming up for this batch, so
Okay,
then we'll mix some more.
cool. Oh man, tons of play here. Tighten this up.
How's that feeling so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay. No air
Yeah.
pockets. Everybody's squeezing out air pockets.
Yep.
With big pieces like this, you
More
gotta
rocking drums.
stay on that.
More rockers.
All right.
All right. Last piece for this batch, right here. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's working out well.
Yeah,
Got almost the whole thing.
Random hole in this one.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Pack rats.
Pack rats.
Pack rats.
5-0.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat was saying that in the movie, 5-0 is going to Green River, Wyoming.
No way.
Something like that. Somebody else looked it up and they're like, "Yep."
Wow, really?
I don't know. I couldn't confirm, but that's what someone said.
Huh. I heard there's no cats there. Oh, okay. We need some more good here.
This is not sticking.
Make it stick.
Yeah, we can use some glue, some goop on that later. Is it thickening up yet, or is it still soupy?
Let's get thick over there.
Let's get these corners down and nice and tight.
Yeah, there's so much
Rub it.
air in here. Yeah, this is a tricky spot, but we're doing pretty well. I think it's gonna. Let's see.
Sticking well.
Yeah.
Keep working it. Keep. Hands off.
Yep.
Squeeze everything out from the pad.
Takes a lot of hands to massage a dinosaur.
It does.
First one has gotten 73 million years.
Nice and fast.
There we go. Looking good, boys.
And these will naturally come out as we put more on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But we really want to just make sure we get out as much as possible. We don't want any loose stuff in the jacket this size. The bee had potentially all through it. Okay. Let's see.
Looking good.
Get it.
All right. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna mix more.
Okay. Cool.
This part needs a lot more love. Okay, Nick.
Yep.
Keep massaging that out in the meantime.
How you doing, chat?
It's gonna help when we put more on there.
We doing okay?
Oh yeah. Oh, this needs a little more work.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna mix more.
We're out of goop.
My plants.
Goes quick.
How much is paper towel and how much is plaster down there, Eric?
All this is paper towel.
Okay.
Let's see how much can we
Some
get out of this?
gypsuming.
All right. It's not terrible.
Not terrible. Get a few more pieces at least
Yeah.
for down here. All right, we gotta bring 2 full water jugs tomorrow.
Yeah. It's gonna be a hike.
Yep. Yo, but Ken's here.
Oh yeah.
All right. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's tricky down there. Oof, lousy touch play. This is one of the dangers of using larger strips.
I know. Are we doing okay? Is it all right?
It's
Are we screwed up?
It's coming up in a few places. We're getting air pockets.
This area here, especially,
Yeah.
is going to be
Okay.
a little tough.
Okay.
Just put an extra layer.
So it's pretty good though.
Yeah,
proud of that.
Nick's area right in front of him needs a lot of help.
Yeah, well done, Clint.
Yeah, because whatever. Could use maybe one of the smaller pieces, just right here.
I mean, that should be fine for tonight.
I think some small pieces there just kind of help lock it together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Really, I don't like this.
we don't have that much big. It's not that big of a batch though, so it's just gonna be whatever we can do. Unfortunately.
I almost wonder if...
Oh my god, this jacket's huge.
I know, it's enormous.
Yeah.
Look at
now-
this.
Now that you're like looking at it and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
This
Now
is
that's all
going to be
white.
opened up in the basement.
Yeah. Make a mobile prep lab around it.
Yeah.
steer it up. And I didn't step on that bone. And I just got plaster on it.
It's gonna be it.
Okay. Well, it'd be good for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for at least for now.
Is that enough for like what, 3-4 strips?
We shall see.
No, less than that, I think.
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Okay.
Unless
Being too
somebody wants to
generous.
sacrifice their drinking water. Nick, you feeling generous? How badly do you want to get this
I
drink
have
done?
2 liters extra if you
Oh.
want it.
I have
we're
a.
not doing that, I'm
I have
just
a
kidding.
spare.
Okay.
I was
Don't
like,
do
Well,
how much do you like dislike me?
No, we're not doing that. Don't worry. We're not sacrificing any drinking water.
Reminds me of being in the field in the Hell Creek. It was my first year. I was like new guy on the crew. And we're like, shoot, we forgot to bring water for the jacket today. And everybody looks at me and they're like, you know, the human body's about 80%. Be like,
Drain you.
they get back to the museum, like, it's all this weird pink color. And where's Danny?
Just like half a scoop. If maybe not even that. Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, I think that'll help.
I
you
got
too.
a drink of water too? Regrets.
And Alicia, to answer your question, this is not enough for a helicopter ride. We're gonna need like 10 layers over this,
Yeah.
and some rebar, and some big plywood, not plywood, 2x4 struts, maybe 4x4s in here to help reinforce it, keep it from flexing.
We don't want a northern shield incident.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of Borealis Pelta. Thing cracks in half.
That's the
Yeah. No, we're gonna do this right.
we do things right out here.
Yeah.
Open here.
Yeah, one there.
It's so big. Where are my small pieces at?
Is
I
this
think that
okay?
is just
We could use a small piece right here in this gap, right?
Yeah, what happened to those few like real small ones?
The
that
teeny
we
ones?
cut up?
Behind you.
Are they behind me? Can
There's another one right
not
there,
the strips.
and there's also a water jug. Is there any water in that?
Here, I'll cut it.
Where's this
No,
one?
just because we had a few. I don't know if they're buried. or
There's one right
got
there
moved
by the
or
whisk
something.
room.
That's all.
Yeah, that might be perfect. Thanks, Eric.
That was going down my hair.
I think so. Wayne, do you have a spot for this one? Yeah, right there. That'll be perfect.
I can help you out with this. Oh, I can help you out with this.
There you go.
Alright, let's lay it right here.
I got a big dog.
And drape it across.
The hustle.
Should we just go over the gypsona?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go right over it.
Extra support.
Here's for your seam.
Yep, perfect.
All right, beautiful. Nicely done. So we'll go in first and then out to the sides once that part is down.
Yeah, Nick, I'm gonna give you a few pieces like that so we can.
Exactly. That's gonna help all the time. Especially with this little nub right here.
Yeah, Danny can.
Nice.
Right here?
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Center out.
Let's do a side piece like this. Like that. Just double it up because there's a gap right there.
How's this guy?
Yeah, perfect.
God, freaking loincloth.
Yeah, this stuff is such loose weave.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Oh, yeah, these are good. Yeah. That's okay. We don't have a lot left anyway, so.
Yeah.
Let's keep getting down here. Let's get these out. Right down here. Down here.
It's getting thick, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
getting
Where
nice.
do you want this?
Setting up already?
You want to put this here in this crack?
No, let's put it somewhere else. Let's put it. Let's put it around here. We need extra reinforcement around this part.
Big time work.
So thick.
This is a loose bone.
There we go. That's nice.
Here, Quinn, take some of these small ones then.
Okay.
Pat them in.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a bunch of food here momentarily.
Where's this going?
Anywhere you want.
Okay. Let's put like a reinforcement right here. Yeah. Yep.
I think this is gonna be the last piece.
We're good over here, so.
Good up.
I
You
feel
want
like right here in this area.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, let's keep getting these pockets out. There you go. I love goo. I am the goo man.
The goo goo. Yeah, got that gabagoo.
All right. Here you go. Who needs
Right here, a little bit here. Yep, perfect.
I could use some goop over here.
Goop.
Goop me up. Thanks.
How you doing, Nick?
I'm
Don't take
pretty-
your hands off.
I'm pretty goopy.
Keep your hands on it.
Pretty goopy, man.
Never take your hands off that entire piece. So
Do it.
yeah, keep working that. Yes.
We really are apes out here.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. You know, not as much as we want to do, but this is still pretty.
Yeah.
Start.
Feel good about this?
Yeah, I do too. All right. This is like the very last bit of goop we got.
Thanks, mate. Rest.
What time is it, Eric?
I think it's not even 5 yet. Right?
Wow.
About
4:40.
It's
All right.
getting crumbly. Get your hands off.
Nice.
That's why you never take them off. Okay.
Yeah, you can cut that too.
Because once you take them off, it starts reacting,
I think it's
and then you get these sharp little crusty bits.
All right. Well done, guys. Heck yes.
You'll understand once you slice your hand open up carrying a jacket.
Sucks. Like, oh no, there goes my wrist. I got a
Yep.
giant gap.
Okay. All right. A lot of work to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not a bad start though.
Yeah, well done.
nice.
Won't have to worry about the tarp blowing in the wind and crunching up bones on this section at least.
Yeah, things already tarped. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Good job, everybody.
Nice. Good work, fellas. Does this feel like working on a sauropod? It's pretty darn big. For a dinosaur here. Yeah.
Alabasaurus, is that you? Biggest jacket we did was Stegosaurus.
Oh. Just like
Yeah.
partly articulated, maybe?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's
Love an articulated stegosaur.
What's up, Twitch?
Yeah, very nice.
Good work.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
Good last day in the field, Quint?
Leave me hanging, brother.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy.
Don't leave me hanging, brother.
Yeah.
You leaving me hanging?
Don't.
Oh yeah. Huh?
I'm losing it.
Luke.
Leave me hanging.
I didn't realize you were talking to me. I thought you were talking to Quinn. I was like, yo, you're leaving him hanging.
Dang, you don't leave me
As
hanging.
you are currently leaving him hanging.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through there.
Looking at my wrist like I still have a watch on it.
That's the biggest top track I've ever made.
Nice.
I think it might be for me too.
That was a lot of work.
Big Apatosaur one that I did. It's pretty large. I love it.
It's not like one of my brachiopods jackets, but the bryozoans.
Oh, this is a big bed of bryozoans and brachiopods. I think we're gonna have to jacket this.
Did you see the size of those diatoms?
But
I've seen some monsters out there.
A friend was doing research with diatoms, and one had the exact shape of a Barbie doll.
Really?
It was nice and curved, that hourglass shape.
Uh-huh.
Damn, woman. Damn, Dad.
After 2 weeks in the field,
You about to make me
The
act
diatom
up.
starts looking pretty good, you know?
Tom, looking like a Barbie.
oh man. Alright, so let's back up all the hand tools. Quinn, if you can get some labels as best you can on those guys.
We'll be here.
Nice.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, presumably.
This would be the Carnegie.
Yeah, we're going to do our Carnegie livestream event. By the way, chat, you should know about that. We're going to be doing a live stream event for Dino Fest at the Carnegie Museum in Pittsburgh. So not only will I be streaming here on Twitch, but also they're going to have the stream up on the big screen in the auditorium at the Carnegie Museum. And I'll be taking questions from the audience there, which is going to be pretty cool. So, yeah, you behave yourselves, chat. Don't want to have to ban anybody.
Professional setting.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be chill.
Oh yeah. Matt would be the moderator.
Yeah.
Slash host.
Yeah, so moderators, I'll want your help actually with helping highlight Matt LaManna's questions tomorrow, but I'll talk about that at the beginning of the stream. But that'll be really good, because he'll be typing in questions from the live audience that's going to be there IRL.
Need some bin.
Let's pack it up, guys.
Yeah. All right, let me get this plaster off, and I can wrap up the stream. Those hairs. Ah!
Phone's dead. Can someone take a photo of that?
Yeah. Not a Brazilian wax, Wyoming wax.
Wyoming wax job.
Just taking all that hair off your arms, your hands.
Phone on you? Want to take a photo of that?
Nice. All right. Clamber up here.
Would be in it for scale.
Sure.
Well.
Your pose.
Well. This is a lot of fun, chat. I hope you had fun too. Where'd you go?
Oh, panorama.
Whoops. There you are. There's chat right there. Well. Here,
Okay.
sit down. I think that might be easiest. Gah! Ouch, got that plaster on my knee pulling up all those hairs. Here we go. Thanks for your patience while I couldn't be too responsive to chat. Doing some plastering. But we got it done, and you got to witness it. How cool is that? Thank you. Hershey Kisses for the gift subs. Hey, really appreciate that. That is brilliant. Thank you. Yeah. Phenomenal. Thanks for supporting Science Outreach here on Twitch. Here, let's see who else is streaming right now. And
Yeah, we should be good on glue. If you could get all that in one.
there we go. Home. Whoop, no, don't want to do that. Stop it. Grr. Okay, following. See the screen. It's a Friday afternoon. Do we have PaleoStream live? Yes, indeed we do. Beautiful. Oh, and also we've got Prehistoric Museum. That's been ages since we've been able to raid into there. Here we go. My channel, chat, raid, Prehistoric Museum. Looks like I spelled it right. Beautiful. Phenomenal. Everybody, we're going to go right into some more paleontology here on Twitch. Prehistoric Museum in Price, Utah. They're working on some Utahraptor holotype material, it sounds like. It's going to be pretty cool. They've got 6 viewers right now, so let's show them what a paleontologizing raid looks like live from the field. Everybody, thank you for your viewership today, for your questions, for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your financial support. Couldn't do this without you. Thank you very, very much for that. And thank you, moderators, for running a tight ship around here, especially when I can't monitor chat very closely when I've got my hands on a fossil jacket, putting the plaster down. But this has been great. Got a lot done today. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you. Thanks for being here. Our big special stream at the Carnegie Museum is tomorrow. I hope you'll tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. And till then, you all take care of yourselves. Let's go right into Prehistoric Museum. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.